What's up, friends and foes? It's Holliedazzle, here today with a little makeup look. We're going to be celebrating the Petty Makeup Party Winter Edition episode, as well as getting into Festivus. So Festivus is, of course, a made-up holiday, like all holidays are. But Festivus came from a comedian who ended up putting it into an episode of Seinfeld. I believe, if I'm remembering right, the tradition started from his father, the comedian's, and he ended up writing it into an episode of Seinfeld, giving it to George's character for his father to have invented as the antidote to Christmas, happening on December 23rd, where you air your grievances with your friends and family. Then later in the evening there are feats of strength, which apparently was a wrestling match where you had to pin your opponent to signify the end of the festivities. This was very traumatic for George in the show. But we're going to partake particularly in the grievances portion of the tradition right now. I put a post up on my Facebook and asked my friends to submit some of their grievances. So we're going to take a look at some of those. So of course we'll address the elephant in the room. The biggest grievance I think we all have is this pandemic. You know? It's kind of come into our lives and really mucked up the year. It's had all sorts of effects on our lives, ranging from fairly minor annoyances to some pretty major BS. So, looking forward to the departure of the pandemic very soon with the vaccines rolling out, which segues into another grievance brought up a couple times in the thread of the anti-vaxxers and the anti-maskers and the people that don't believe in science. You know what we think of you. So that one was a pretty heavy set of grievances, so we're going to go into something a little lighter. Emails that result from unsubscribing from an email list made the list. You don't need to send me an email to tell me I unsubscribed. Thank you. Another one, cats, pets, animals who destroy your toilet paper, or really any of your belongings. How dare you, first of all. Literally biting the hand that feeds you. And you don't even have a job or contribute at all except to look cute. So how dare you do anything but be cute? Into one that's a little heavier. Family members who are garbage and don't, respect your identity or your siblings' identities or, science or anything else. Trash family who you're not sad about being separated from during this pandemic. Good riddance. Here's me giving you the permission to not gather with them. Or, you know what? If you gotta gather with them next year on the 23rd. And bring a little Festivus for the rest of us. How about that BS with the post office that's going on? I mean, like, before the election, they started screwing with the post office to try to screw with the election, and all that did was end up screwing with the mail service for the holiday shopping season, which is usually already overloaded. And now this year, when everybody is shipping everything, it's extra busy and they're extra understaffed and sabotaged. So that's great. But you know what? Time is meaningless and existence is a prison. So who cares? Your presents get there whenever they're going to get there. It's in the Lord's hands now. Oh, here's a sentiment that needs to die in a fire. There are bad people on both sides, or every idea should be heard and have space. No. Some ideas are bad, and some people are bad, and you should feel bad. You know who I got beef with? This guy. His food costs $50 a bag. What a jerk. Oy. There's blizzard outside, so that's great. But first it rained, and then it snowed on top of that, and now it's icy, and there's like 40-mile-an-hour wind. So that's cool. Congress wants to give us $600. Yeah, that's it. Do you know how mad I am about that? But do you know how mad I am that they made $600 a bad thing? In any other circumstance, being given $600 would be a good thing. Remember when the CARES Act gave all of us $600 a week that were on unemployment? That was awesome. And now they want to give us $600 once. Like, you have to laugh or you'll cry. Like, what the hell? God. Ah! I know this video is supposed to be all negative and airing grievances, and I know, but everything that is good in this year and that will be good after this year is because there's good people in this world. And that's the thing that we need to remember. That the loud stuff, that's the bad stuff. It always seems so loud and so big. It's really the vocal minority. There's just as many, if not more, good than there is bad. And this year has shown us that. Even in some of these darkest times when people do behave the worst at times, they also behave the best. There's been some incredible people who have literally walked into fires this year and continue to do it even now. And you know, that's the thing to hang on to. That's the thing to remember. That even in these moments where we are airing our grievances and remembering the things that are annoying and the things that are irritating and the things that are bad, there's also a lot of things that are really good. And that good will always outweigh the bad. I get my COVID vaccine next week, and you better bet I'm gonna vlog about it. I'm so excited. There were definitely times this year that I just never would have been able to imagine that we would have had a COVID vaccine by the end of the year, that I would be getting it before 2021. That's just incredible. What a amazing group effort. Look at what the most successful group project of all time could accomplish when we all truly work together. From the people, the scientists, the medical people, the people in the studies who volunteered, all of those people. And then the people like myself who will be taking the vaccine first and contributing to those numbers, and further strengthening the data that will help convince more people to vaccinate. There's good in this world. There's a lot of good in this world. So cling to that. Use that to get you through the hard times. Because that's what I do.